go. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So this is the fourth fire here in the Pertinger, and as you can see, it started about 10-15 minutes ago, I guess. Put in 2 larger pieces and then a bunch of smaller pieces on top. As soon as these smaller pieces have sort of burned out, I will put one additional larger piece in the middle. It took on pretty nicely. Today's very beginning of autumn. It's not cold at all, but still no wind today and overcast, so it catch on very nicely. And I had to open the hatch here for just a few minutes to give it enough air to kind of get going, and now it seems to be well underway. There we go, nice bit of fire, and I will now insert a pretty large piece here in order to also gauge how long time it may take for this to burn out, or to be ready for the next wood, so to say. So already seems to be catching on nicely. I don't need it to burn this quickly. So first of all, I'm gonna shut the bypass and let the heat circulate the oven, and then I'm going to close here, which has a pretty immediate effect on slowing down the process. I'm in no particular hurry. I do want the oven to heat up. I have yet another pork roast here. Maybe not all that imaginative to do the same roast twice, but it helps to do the same thing, easier to compare the results. So now I'm just going to leave it here for a pretty while. I think this last piece I inserted a little while ago here is going to maintain a nice steady fire for some time. Alright, just a few minutes later here, as you can see, the fire has really slowed down considerably since closing the secondary shutter here, and I think I may just open it just a little bit. See what happens if I open it completely. Yeah, picks up almost instantaneously. So shut it down and then just give it a little opening here. I did actually close the shutter again here for the secondary air, and as you can see, it has consumed the wood very nicely, and still a very clean combustion. Time is now 4:45, so I will insert the roast in the oven here. May be able to hear, just put it here on the top, and right away it starts sizzling. Looking at the oven down here, it's not particularly hot, clearly. We know that even though it says that it should be 170 or something like that, or certainly 165, it's probably not more than 100 from what I learned the last time around. So I'm going to, as I said, insert the roast in the oven, and then add some more firewood to boost the temperature. There we go, roasters in the tray. And we'll now add some fire and open the shutter to let it take off. One like this in each side, and then I have another large piece of pine, I believe it is, in the middle here. Let's see how that works. Opening the shutter here. Shutter here, the shutter control is pretty hot. So I expect this will have a pretty obvious and soon to be seen effect. This is just a moment later, serving the chimney. You can see the heat coming out, but no smoke, even though I just inserted 3 pieces of fresh firewood. So that's a very good sign of the quality of the combustion. Well, I might just leave it here for like half an hour, see what happens. It's actually been 3/4 of an hour, and still a nice heat coming from it, but I'm going to feed the fire a couple of logs here. There you go. And this one, there you go. It's a powerful pull in the chimney now. Powerful draft, so it takes off right away. I will close down here in order to modify a little bit. The heat has gone here to a slightly higher level. Let's see how the roast is doing. Yeah, it is showing signs of positive development. I have to adjust the position of it a little bit, but yeah. So this seems quite fine. So maybe another half an hour, 3/4. Check it again. Another almost 40 minutes has elapsed. Still have a nice fire in here, but I want to check the roast. Maybe I would like to adjust the temperature for the last part of the preparation. That's coming on very nicely, I think. I'll leave it as is. Let's just check the crackling is not quite there yet, and could use a little bit here. More heat actually. Yeah. Quite promising, I think. So just to wrap the whole thing up, I think I'm going to give it one more piece here. See how that plays out. Some left of what was already there. Pretty short but bulky piece here. Goes in there. Yeah, that would be nice. And the temperature of the oven here is indicated to be something like, well, beyond 200 according to this, but that certainly isn't correct. Maybe 160 or something like that. Unfortunately, I haven't got hold of a better thermometer yet, but certainly still on the list. So that's fine. We'll give it another, well, maybe a little less than 20 minutes before I check again. We don't want it to burn too much, but it's a pretty gentle roast anyway, and somehow the crackling just turns out very nice the last time, and seems to go in the right direction this time as well. And even though it was well browned on the outside, it was very well cooked on the inside the last time. So yeah, let's see. Here we are, 6:45, and the last piece I put in is still keeping alive the fire here in a nice manner. I'm gonna check the roast now. Should probably be about ready. Hopefully not too ready. Let's see what we have. Yeah, very, very nice. Crackling is just about perfect, I think. So I am going to take the soup and reduce that for the gravy, and keep the roast. I have to rest for like half an hour before I cut it, but let's see how much soup there is. So, with the soup here, you can see how this is actually the first time I'm really using the stove top here. I left the saucepan here just for a brief moment while I opened the oven before, and put in the soup here, and as you can see, it's quite warm. Move it around a little bit. Quite amazing, actually. In the middle, on the middle ring here, seems to be where it gets the least heat, and it's because it's not all even here. You can see it's wobbling a little bit, and as soon as I get it out on the side here a little bit, it picks up immediately. All right, so I'm going to close both registers here, and just leave the oven here ajar, and leave the roast in here until I'm ready with the gravy and potatoes and whatnot, and take it from there. This really is boiling. In a few moments, nothing will be left. Added ingredients for the gravy here, and also prepare the potatoes. Suddenly we're getting up to speed quite quickly here. I think the problem here soon will become actually, if you want to simmer something at a low heat, you're in for trouble. Let's check on the roast. There you go. There you go, looking very nice. Very nice, unique quality. And yeah. So there we have it. Look at that. Listen to this. Delish. Finally, I will show you the cut here. There you go, nice and juicy, perfectly roasted.